Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to do some prep for this journal that we did the cover for and that we've sewn in the pages for. We're going to do some prep so we can decorate it, and as you can see, it's dried. It's a very strong cover. So I'm going to set this aside because we will work on this in the next video, but what we're going to do is some prep. So you can use anything. You can use envelopes. Some of the stuff we're going to do, I'm just prepping some things we're going to need to decorate with. Then we're going to make pockets and tags and journal cards and all that kind of fun stuff. So envelopes, if you have any kind of envelope will do. I have some junk mail envelopes here that I've saved. I have a kind of a stack going that we'll probably play with. I have some retired Stampin' Up! Bags. Bags are fun to put into a journal to make a pocket. Index cards, your DSP. If you have any scraps that you've been working on, this is white. I mean, this is a big enough I could use for something, but I could also use it for this. Colored cardstock, let me think. Packaging material, so like Amazon sends, you get this in your packages. I save these. These actually are great for backing on journal cards and cards. I don't think I'm going to use it in this video, but anything like that. If you get some thick card from the mail, like a flyer or something, you could use that. Just all kinds of things. Anything you can imagine you can use for your journal, because this is a journal mainly used in Stampin' Up! Stuff, but you can also use junk, so it can be a cross between a junk journal, but it's not fully a junk journal because it's not completely recycled, but we're using some of it. So we've got DSP, I've got my strips from when I cut the pages and for the stuff for the cover, so we'll use these. And let's see, let's find a good space for this out of the way. You can use book pages. I have actually an old dictionary that I rip pages out of to use to decorate. So we've got that. Your stencils, any stencils you have, any stamps, any die cuts. I played with the paper florist and I got some flowers available. I'm probably going to do some more flowers to help decorate. Not in this video. There's a couple things I want to show you to do that we could do. I just made a card recently and I have this piece left over. That might be a fun journal card. Just a little, or like a tag. And we can cover the back so it can be written on and just kind of decorate the front, maybe with some greenery or some flowers or something like that. So just anything you can think of. If you have any punches for your flowers, any greenery die cuts you want to do, any like for instance, let's see, Darling Details has some beautiful, I have a container of, like, I made some cards, and I have these pieces left over. These would be fun to decorate for pockets. Labels, I have all kinds of labels, decorative, larger pieces that you can cut out with your dies. That are lacy, anything like that. Also ribbons and lace that you've received from Stampin' Up! Or maybe you have another stash. I do have a small stash of lace and stuff like that, but any of your twine, anything like that, washi tape, if you have washi tape, just anything you can think of that you can decorate with. So one thing I'm going to do, and I was kind of experimenting, just kind of taking my journal creations on another level, is sometimes I use digitals when I do journals. It just depends on what I'm looking for. Like, I can't draw, so if I don't have something in my stamp set, then I sometimes will get a digital and use that to help, which is digital paper, basically what it is. But we have such beautiful paper. So I was playing around, and one thing I did is I colored paper. And so I kind of want to show you how to do that. You would do the same thing that I'm going to show you here. If you want a coffee dye, you just get a little bit of coffee or some tea. You might want a couple bags, maybe in a cup. If you're just doing a few pages, you only need enough to darken that so you get it the darkness you want. I always have coffee in my house, so I can just grab a little cup of coffee and do this process. So I painted these papers. Now it didn't soak through the back. I didn't do the back. You'll want to do this process on the front and the back if you're going to use this for a journal page, if you want both of them colored. Some of it came through a little bit, and that might be kind of fun, but if you wanted something that's not white and you want to color it, you want to make sure you do the process on the front and the back if that's what you desire. But I did fresh freesia, and I will hold this. I'm going to get, and this is just copy paper. Most of us have regular 20-pound copy paper, so you can see it's colored, it's not white. So that's fresh freesia. This is Calypso Coral, I believe. So there's the color difference there. So I did Calypso Coral, and I have all the stamp pads out that I use, that this paper has in it, so that I can easily reach for it and do what I need to do. This was actually garden green, and it turned out beautiful. So I wanted to do one more color. I wanted to try this first before I came on here. And they can be flattened more. You can put them under a book. You can iron them. I haven't ironed these to see how it would come up. You definitely wouldn't want to do a steam since it's the water-based coloring. But just a heavy book. I don't mind the curls and crinkles because I think those are just very tactile fun. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, and then I'll show you the other thing we're gonna prep as well. So for this, I just have this mat. You can use anything. I have this. If you have a little cup for this, you can use that too. I have my, where is my large painter? I just put it in here. I have my water painter here, the large brush water painter. And I'm going to grab Balmy Blue. This is one of the colors. Oh, maybe it's not one of the colors. It's not one of the colors in here, but I want a blue, and I think this will go with it well. I don't have all the re-inkers, so this is the closest thing I could come up for my blue that would go with this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a drop in one of the wells here, and I'm hoping that it's in camera. It is in camera. I'm going to move it down just a little bit. And then I'm going to add water to it. Now I have a spray bottle here. I'm just going to get some water out here. Add some water to it right there. Now with the other ones, I filled the well. And you're going to kind of just look and see, because the one drop for the Calypso Coral was enough, but I had to do more drops for the Fresh Freesia because it was so light. I think I'm going to go ahead and do 2 here. Get a nice pretty blue. Just going to mix this up. Okay. You're basically watercoloring this page to the color you want it to be. And then I'm just going to paint it on. And it may not look like it at first when you're painting it on, that it's changing, although this one is definitely can tell it's changing. But I just want to get the color all over, and just when it dries, it will stand out more. The Fresh Freesia, I thought, oh no, it didn't change, but it did. It just needed to dry for me to really see it. So we're just going to paint this so that we get the page blue instead of white. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to use this for backing paper because I've already put my pages into the journal, so these won't be journal pages. You would do the same thing here if you want to coffee dye. You would just get a little bit of coffee. Now it's acidic, so there's some formula if you want to put some baking soda or whatever in there to bring the acid down, but I don't know what that is. There are lots of videos out there for that. Okay, so now that this is all wet, I'm just going to set it aside and let it dry. So that's what you're going to do to get your colored paper. I'm going to set that aside, and that'll be dry tomorrow. I just leave it in my room overnight and let it dry. And that took pretty much all of that. I didn't put as much in there as I did for the others, just so that this isn't a super long video with you watching me just painting a whole bunch of paper. But you can do that with any color you want. I didn't even clean my brush in between because I didn't care. It's just a fun thing to have for your journal for decorating. Okay, the next thing, once I get this all dried up, the next thing I want to do is I want to, so you'll want to, if you're following along with me to make the journal, you're going to want to go ahead, if you want colored pages, go ahead and get those colored and let them dry. You can prep for that. The next thing I want to show you are these here. So again, this is copy paper, and I did stamped, and I was thinking afterwards, after I did this, just some fun stamped pages. I thought, man, these are fun, and these would make great journal pages. However, I wouldn't do it on standard 20-pound copy paper. This is a little bit thicker, but you can still see through it. I would do it probably on at least 32-pound or wherever, somewhere in the 30s. But I haven't tested it out. I don't think this is 30-pound. I think this is like 24, but I'm not sure. Anyway, I thought these would be fun, and I'm okay with it because these aren't going to be pages. We're going to use this to decorate as well. And I'm using all the colors, stamp colors that I have out here. So we're just going to find a stamp set that we want to use that might go well with the Flight and Airy paper. I hadn't picked one out yet, so let's see. And I want something that's going to have color to it, so I used Forever Fern, which is a retired set, on this one. And this one was trying to remember, that one was Two-Tone Flora is the one I used for that one. And now I'm just trying to pick what I want to use for this next design. We could use Art Gallery. Another thing too you could do, like these kind of stamp here, this inspirational sketches. This bird would be great to stamp and fussy cut out. The flowers, the mushrooms, all of that to go in there. You got a great background, which we might use that background. Anything with dots. Let's use this Notes of Nature. That would be kind of fun, I think, to play with. And we can pull in some of the browns, and because I'm wanting some things like this. We've got the background there. Oh, we've got this painted lavender. We could use some of these too. Some of this for the greenery. Just bring a whole mix of stuff in here. And then I have my sun prints, or nature's prints. Those might be fun too. So I'm just going to pull all those out. Okay. Set that aside. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with these images. I'm going to leave for now because I'm not sure what I want to stamp on it. This is just, again, regular copy paper. So I think what I want to do, so I've got copper clay. I don't know why that copper clay isn't in there. So we've got pecan pie, crumb cake. I kind of want to use some yellow. I'd like to throw in some misty moonlight because I've done some boho blue. So I've got the yellows, the browns, and the blue, and we might throw in a pink. Well, we've got garden green, which might be good to go with that other one too. So let's see about these here. And what I'm thinking about doing for the yellow actually is grabbing this, and I'm winging it. We're gonna see how this turns out and put that over there. I'm gonna grab my little brush. Let's have an idea here. See how well it works. And I'm just gonna go in and lightly put some yellow here and there just to give kind of a background. In just various places, light, dark. That's Daffodil Delight. See how this turns out. I almost feel like you really can't even go wrong when you're doing just stamping and making your own pattern paper. I get a little bit over here. That looks good, so we'll do that. Okay, that's all I want to use of the yellow. So for the green, I think I'm going to grab this other piece and stamp off. And your stamp off piece can be decorative too. So it'll be like creating 2 pages here. See what kind of stamps these are. These are photopolymer, so I need a mat. Okay. So I'm really interested in this right here. This tall green one. Like this here, you could cut some of this greenery, some of these to have for decorations, and you'll see as we go along. Because after this video, we'll start decorating. Ooh, I just was thinking, since there's birds on this journal, I might go ahead and add some little tiny birds. So I'm going to put this over here. This is my garden green. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to stamp off a few times just to kind of see what color would be good. I'm okay with the full strength, so I'm going to do that though. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to stamp it, and I'm going to try to get all my generations, so all 3 right there, and we've got a nice little bundle. I think I'm going to do that on all corners. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm not caring if this is perfect. I will probably be ripping a lot of this up. 1, 2, 3. That's really pretty. Do I want to do anything in the center here? Yeah, I think I do. Let's see how this will turn out. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and I'm going to flip it and do the same thing here. See, how do I want that stem? Okay, that's kind of cool on the paper. So I think that's all I'm going to do of the garden green. Get my favorite stamp cleaner. Oh, your border dies? Oh yeah, those would be great to use too. It's just the possibilities are endless. Get this cleaned up. Oh, there's some butterflies in there. I could have some fun with those, so I could add little blue butterflies everywhere. So I don't think I want to use this anymore. Now I have, I kind of want to save that. I want to use this, and I might use the butterflies. So let's use has a fun splatter in here too. That might be fun to use. I'm going to use that one, and we're going to use pecan pie on it. But I am going to stamp off and see how I like it over here. Okay, that's good. So I think I want to come off here. And you do whatever you want to do with your paper, whatever stamps you want to use. You could use the coordinating colors that go, if you're not using the Flight and Airy paper, you can use the coordinating colors that go with your other paper that you're choosing to use if you're following along. Okay. I think that's all I'm going to do of that one. Okay, so now I am going to actually use these next so I can stamp over them. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the little graph thing here and use that one. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use crumb cake for that. And I don't need to stamp off for that. Well, maybe. We'll see what this gives me. Oh, I might not want to use a first generation. So, 1, 2. I'm going to use the third. 1, 2. And I'm just going to stamp that. Kind of in different places. One more time, do it right about there, and then I'll do it on the side. Okay, I think that's good right there. And I was thinking, actually, I think I'm going to go in, I'm going to use the Field Notes one too right here. And I think I'm actually going to go in with the soft sea foam. Okay, let's grab that one. And we have the little dots too, little splatters. Field Notes will fit on there. And soft sea foam, I think I'm going to do regular strength because it's a pretty light color. But I will test it first to see how it looks. No, I think I want to do second generation with that. I'm just going to stamp it. Turn it, maybe stamp it right there. I don't need this for that. Well, it won't hurt anything if I do it full strength because it's just, there we go. Yeah, I think that's what we need to do. It just needs to be full strength. Okay, that's good. I think, well, let's put more right there. Okay, so there we go. Now I'm going to come in with so I've got this. I know what I want to do with that. I think I want to come in with this piece here. This one. And I think I'm just going to add some bubble bath. I haven't used that too much, so let's try that. See what that looks like at full strength. Yeah, that's good. So we can add some of these in here to help fill out some of the space. See if I want this anywhere else. I might want to bring some in on the edges here. I'll put one right there. What the heck? Okay. So there we go. We've got those. And now I want to come in with the butterflies. So I need my mat again. We're going to go ahead and come in with the butterflies here. These beautiful little butterflies. I'm going to do those in Misty Moonlight. I'm just stamping wherever I think I need to add some fun texture. And I'm switching turning it around so that my paper isn't specifically oriented in any direction, so it won't matter how I have it. It'll work fine for what I want to use it for. Okay, I think that's good. Now the last thing I'm going to do is, let's see, what color do I want to do that with? I might want to throw a little bit of pink. So we're going to use Flirty Flamingo for this last little bit. We'll clean that up in a minute. Now I'm going to use this splatter here. See how strong that is. That'll be fun. Okay, so we're gonna just come in and kind of add just a little bit more with some of these, just a little spray. I think these little splatters help fill a page, and they're fun. Okay, maybe some on the edge here. Could use a little bit more here. So that's fun. I think that's good. Some there. All right. Here is our finished page. And this is going to be a lot of fun to decorate our journal cards and tags with. So I now have a total of 3 pages, just various different designs to work with our journal. And it's using the colors that coordinate with the paper. All right, so again, just prep, get whatever stuff you want. If you're following along, you want to color some papers, you want to stamp some pages, you'll want different items to make pockets, tags, tucks, flip outs, whatever. You're going to need the different things that I showed earlier in the video. And I haven't narrowed it down exactly what we're doing with pockets and stuff, but it's kind of a free flowing kind of thing. So we will create the pockets and tags that we need, and then we'll decorate our journal. So thank you for watching. I hope you are following along and having some fun on making your very own journal. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you.